Hey, in this video I'm going to show you how we double the traffic of a Shopify site of one of our clients in only 3 months. And the best, at the end of the video I'm going to also share what this did for their revenue. It's crazy, so stay tuned. Hi, my name is Gerd Mellach. I'm the founder of SEOleverage.com and the author of the Erica Framework, an SEO methodology we're applying to our clients. The steps I'm going to share with you in a moment should be working on most Shopify sites in similar situations. So let's dive in. For more case studies and SEO tips, hit the subscribe button. We're producing videos every single week and this way you get a notification. So this client, when they came in, they already had quite some visibility with their store in Google, but not any really good rankings. As with all sites, the first step here was a deep dive audit. I got on a call with this client, figured out what their goals were, how we could support them with SEO, and then the next step was to run a deep dive audit, which means we dive into the website, into the backlink, site structure, tech side of things, everything, and a team of 5 people, including myself, are really getting into the nitty-gritty of this Shopify site. Deep dive audits are really thorough. We do them in 4 phases. Phase 1 is a general overview, competitive landscape, URL efficiency, user experience, these kinds of things. Phase 2 is all about content. Content, keyword research, content gaps, content structure, all these kinds of things. We really want to know where is the growth potential, what is actually working, what is driving traffic, and where can the site actually grow. Phase 3 is all about the technical side of things. So this is where we do a technical crawl, make sure all those canonicals are correct, the internal linking works, and these kinds of things, structured data and more. And then phase 4 is all about backlinks. We want to get a really good understanding about the backlinks that point to your website and make sure we understand how they drive authority into the page that can then be distributed, but more about this later. Every deep dive audit finalizes in a prioritized list of action steps based on impact and effort. In this case, we defined 4 priorities. First of all, collection pages, second, homepage, third, product pages, and fourth, backlinks. I'm going to speak to all these 4 items in a moment to give you a little bit more context on what we did there. So on a Shopify site, collection pages are probably the most stable thing you might have. Depending on your industry, all other pages might change frequently. Sometimes product pages only are around for a few months and then they get substituted by different products, and it's always a challenge. But collection pages, usually in most stores, are here to stay. This makes them really good landing pages. And once you look at a collection page, such in a way a landing page would look like, you're going to see there is one thing that's completely missing. There's hardly any text on collection pages. Even the big brands figured this out a while ago already, that it's really important to have contextual information on collection pages in order to make sure that Google can really stick their teeth into the context of those products, because otherwise it might just be a list of some words. Sometimes the titles of those products don't even tell you anything, and it doesn't really provide any search value. So in order to make your collection pages more worthwhile, make sure you have contextual information on them, and then you can still see where they can be added without bothering the user too much. Some big brands have them at the bottom, really very far down. We very often on client sites see better success if we have them on top of the product pages with like a read more that expands them on top. You can play with different things. I've seen them on a sidebar as well, but you definitely want to have contextual information on those pages. The next one is the homepage. The homepage of your Shopify site is the strongest page you actually have. Why is this the case? Because people usually, when they refer to your business, they refer to your brand name, link it to the homepage. So if this is SEOleverage.com, our homepage is the most authoritative page. What this means is that we can leverage it for internal linking. So you want to make sure that your homepage internally links to the most important sections, the most important collections, but not only from the navigation, but also from the content area. So people and search engine robots can identify that those links need to drive authority or can be followed for more information, for more reference, and this way those most important pages get a lot of internal link juice. By far my favorite layout here is that below the navigation there is a small image not too high, ideally like a slider image. Don't make this a gallery that's animated, because I've seen a lot of studies that these things don't work too much. But if you have a not too high entry image, and then you have the different items that bring people directly into the different sections of your site, this seems to be a very good way, converts really well, good user experience, and also drives the link juice as we want. By the way, if you want to see more case studies like this one, leave a comment below, let me know, and I'm happy to prepare more of these in the future. Now back to the steps we implemented. The next item on our list was product pages. It's definitely not realistic in most cases that you can SEO optimize all your product pages, and sometimes it might not even make sense if they only are around for a few months. However, what I usually suggest my clients is that they apply the Pareto principle. Optimize the 20% of your products that are responsible for 80% of the revenue. How can you figure those out? Head over to Google Analytics, and if your e-commerce tracking is set up, you can find the pages that drive the most revenue under behavior and landing pages. Don't forget to select the organic segment on top, so you only see data from search engines. This way you're going to have a list of URLs that bring in the traffic that actually converts, and the revenue figure next to those URLs. Now filter this list for product pages and start working on the 10 or 20 most important product pages, adding more value and making them more valuable this way for search engines. Doubling this site's traffic in 3 months would probably not have been realistic without backlinks. Backlinks are links from other sites, usually relevant sites for your industry, that point to your homepage and to your most important collection pages usually. Links bring authority from external into the website, but then also the internal linking is important, because internal links distribute this authority across the entire site. This way you get all this authority and relevance in, and make sure that your inner pages are actually relevant enough to rank. Internal linking is probably one of the most underrated tactics that can be used, and has been for quite a while, so you can still get a competitive edge by figuring out your internal linking well. All these things combined have then created an amazing result. And even though not every site is going to be able to double traffic in 3 months with SEO, this is definitely an exception. It might take a few more months, but still with the consistent execution of the right high priority items in your particular situation, a lot of things can move in your favor. If you want to have a chat with me on what might be possible for your Shopify site, head over to SEOleverage.com and book in a free consult. I'm happy to check out your website and have an informal discussion about how I would approach the SEO optimization. My name is Gerd Mellach. Thank you so much for watching.